So let's talk about a car wreck and actually a lawsuit in a car wreck. And the issue is, what if you forget some of your medical treatment? So, I've been in a car wreck, my back hurts, but I forget that 8 years ago, I went to the doctor because I strained a muscle in my back, pulled a muscle in my back. Well, what if I forget about that? And then when I'm asked in a deposition or I'm asked by the insurance adjuster before a lawsuit, hey, John, have you ever had any back injuries? I go, no, it's first back injury. Well, then they get that medical record and now I'm a liar, okay? And so the focus shifts from the guy that ran the red light and hit me to, well, now John Watts is a liar. So what's the solution to that? And this is mainly for lawyers, but if you're handling it on your own, you may want to do this as well. What we like to do is get all the medical records, okay? And we actually have somebody that helps us do that. And they'll look through the medical records and we'll look through them. And so if there's some reference to, well, a Dr. Smith, we go, even if our client didn't tell us about that, we say, wait a minute, who's Dr. Smith? Oh, yeah, I forgot. My primary doctor, he got sick for a while, so I went to Dr. Smith. I totally forgot about that. Well, we track all that down because you want to get all the records, okay? And then we have those records summarized, okay? And then what we'll do is at deposition, or if we were doing a recorded statement, which I'm not a big fan of recorded statements, and we have video on this, but occasionally we'll do it if we can be there with our client, is we'll give our client the summary of the medical statements. So a listing, sort of a timeline of all the medical treatment, all the folks that you saw, and a summary of what happened. Now, sometimes the lawyer goes, well, wait a minute, what's that? We're like, well, that's a summary. No, I don't want your client to have that. Well, I want to test their memory. Well, you can want whatever you want, but they're going to have this in front of them. And this is not a memory game. A deposition is not, let me see if I can catch you not remembering something from 23 years ago. No, the medical records are there, and our client will refer to them, the summary. And so you say, well, now, is that the only time your back has ever hurt? Is that the only time you've ever had left knee pain? Well, then our client would testify, that's what I remember, but I do rely on my medical records, which are right here, Exhibit 1 that my lawyer marked. This is a summary of them. And certainly you have access to the medical records. And so there may be something I forgot. And so we do it that way. Now, again, lawyers don't like this because they love to turn the focus from their guy running a red light, smashing into you, or you're stopped at a traffic light and this guy just barrels into you because he's over there looking at his phone and texting and he smashes into you. They don't want the jury focused on that. They want the jury focused on, that plaintiff, he lied when I asked him if he'd ever had left knee pain, ever had lower back pain. Because here's the one medical record that it's mentioned one time in there. So that's what they want to do. So we negate that by having all the information prepared and having our client refer to it. And the lawyer can object and throw a fit and go crazy about, I don't want him to look at the records. I don't care. There they are. Now, the rule is if you come to testify and you have documents, you can't hide those from the other lawyer. Well, we're not hiding them. We're saying, here it is. This is a summary. Okay. Now, the summary doesn't have stuff in there about, the defendant's a terrible person and they ran the red light. No, it's just very, very factual. Presented to the doctor on this day. Here's the symptoms. Here's the treatment plan. Here's the follow-up visit. Next day. It's just very, very factual. And so that's one thing you can do to try to negate this idea of, well, we're going to catch you in a lie because you forgot that one time you went to American Family Care Clinic and you complained about left knee pain or lower back pain. So I hope that that's helpful. And let me know if you use that and how that works out for you. We have found that to be very successful, and I hope you will as well. Thanks a lot. Talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.